fast. We're gonna see what comes through. And whenever I was going live, I heard understanding your truth and who you are and where you're going next. I hear departures. There may be some departures, like I'm seeing a flight. So there may be somebody maybe taking a flight. Your departure leave. Your departure leaves now is what I hear. Take that as you will. Now where's my thing at? I swear to God. Where's the box is at? I've done lost my thing, y'all. Hold on. Rick, sorry, my bad. Alright, sorry about that. Okay, anyways. So, let me just stick y'all in here. Alright. Ugh. I should have got Dr. Pepper from the damn store, but now I wanted to give me some coffee. Now I'm off gag and choking on it. Anyway, so I heard departure, leaving the front, leaving it all behind. Some of you guys may be just up and leaving with what money you got. Know that you will be safe. Know know that you got this is what I'm hearing. Knowing that your guides have brought you this far and they haven't depleted you yet. They haven't let anybody overcome you. So they're not going to let nobody overcome you as you walk away. There may be some fears on walking away, but that's okay. Because once you walk away, I feel like everything's going to release once you walk away, so to speak. Everything's going to move away from you once you walk away, once you free yourself. But you got to move forward in your spiritual world. You have to be able to free yourself. You have to be able to walk away from everything. Does that make sense, y'all? Hold on. Hold on, you guys. So, I feel like you've lifted a veil for yourself that you may not have understood in the past. You may not have understood that veil. You may not have. My radio ain't working. You may not have understood the things that you were going through, the things that you were missing. It's kind of like being revealed to you now. Like, if you stay here, shit's just going to keep falling down for you because everybody's against you. So I feel like where you are in your life, everybody is against you, but you are very God divinely protected by a higher source, by the higher creator. And they're seeing that, but they're still trying to attack you, even though you have a bubble of peace around you, is what I'm hearing. A lot of you guys just want peace in your life, and you are getting that. You're receiving that as you unfold your true secrets of who you are and what you're going through. Like the things that I'm going through, even though everybody knows that it's my stepfather the one doing bad and wishing death upon people and wishing wrecks upon people, they're still constantly attacking me, trying to close down my gifts. Even though even though they even though they know that it's somebody else, they're still steadily attacking me. So it's better for me to uproot myself and move myself away from the attacks so that way I can be more spiritually aware of where I'm going and who I am, if that makes sense. If you constantly got somebody spiritually attacking you 24/7, you really can't see the fine lining of things that you're needing to do, if that makes sense, because you're so constantly worried about these spiritual attacks and fighting these spiritual attacks that you can't reproduce the things that you need to reproduce within inside of yourself, so to speak. Does that make sense, you guys? Does that make sense? I hope so. And yes, I thought I was hungry. Anyways, So there is a new layer coming out, a new fortress within inside of you, something that you never knew. You never knew you had this fortress within inside of you. It is being unlocked. It is being shown to you in a different. I hear a conspiracy. Like maybe there's different conspiracies that you're going to be thinking about. Somebody's a conspiracist, whatever it's called. Somebody, somebody likes to look at different conspiracies and open their mind more to them. If that makes sense. Sorry, I had to have a conversation in my head. And she can watch me rise, is what I hear. Whoever that's for. Take that as you will. There are, how do I say this? Kind of like you're activating Merlin within inside of yourself. Does that make sense? You're activating the magic codes within inside of yourself. And some of y'all might not have believed in magic, but you're coming to see that magic is real. Like, I know. I know. They say don't use tarot cards. It's so hard to move away from tarot cards when you've been using them for so long. You need to be more flexible in who you are, so to speak. You need to unlock that inner shell. You've already unlocked the outer shell. You need to unlock that inner shell of who you are, so to speak. It's time to do some healing. And I don't feel like you can do the healing where you are. I just keep feeling like it's time to venture out. It's time to move past the mess, if that makes sense. Does that make sense? You might have created a mess for yourself. Yeah, the healer coming up. You may have created a mess around you where you are now. You may have told some secrets about people. Somebody may have told some secrets about people because of who you are. You might be a human lie detector. A human lie detector. I feel like people be getting on my nerves around here with their telepathy. I quit using mine. They need to stop using theirs. Everybody can hear it. Or I can, anyways. Anyways, I don't even know where I was. It done got me off because they want to fucking say bullshit. Even though I hear it way over there, like going from one house to another house. It ain't even coming to my house and I hear this shit. I'm just saying. Anyways, you're healing a part of you that you didn't think was going to heal, so to speak. Does that make sense? Emotionally, this is an emotional healing. You're changing the way you think. You're changing the way you process things. Hell, you may be even changing the way you see other people. You may have been like a judge. You may be a judge. Take that as you will. Like, you might be at a part of you might be out of a part of alignment of who you are. That judging is a part of who you are, if that makes sense. And you're having to overcome that because you have judged in so many past lives, if that makes sense. If you weren't up to standards, if you weren't up to keeps, then you were lower than. And you're understanding and you're seeing that you are more. You're not less than, you're not more than, but you're equal to everybody else. And it isn't your place to judge things, people, places. You're letting go of that ego shell. And that also goes back to, and also you're breaking free. You're breaking free from your ego. Your ego had you chained and lost, if that makes sense. It had you changed to toxic cycles. And you're breaking free from those cycles and and understanding more of the what's the word I'm looking for? Hold on. You're understanding more of the laws of good, if that makes sense. You're understanding more of the laws of the universe, more of the karmic laws, if that makes sense. Everything is going to be boiling down to karma. What you do unto others, you get in return, is what I'm hearing. And that is going to be part of your ancient key codings, your ancient scrolls that were within inside of yourself. Your heart is a scroll. Your heart is your soul. Your mind is ego based. Your mind thinks. And you can overthink certain things. Like, I had this conversation with this guy one time. He told me that he thought his mind was his soul. But if you truly look at it, your mind is not your soul, because your mind can overthink things. Your soul's not going to overthink things. Your soul already knows everything that it needs to know, if that makes sense. So with your soul coming from a heart perspective, you're going to be able to shine more light once you quit overthinking and overpowering your soul. Your ego can overpower your soul, and your soul isn't going to want to, if you continuously overpower with your thoughts, and your soul can't manifest what it is that needs to be manifested into your world, if that makes sense. Your thoughts and your ego has to drop a layer, because completely you cannot drop your ego. You have to have your thoughts. Your thoughts are your ego. So you have to be able to underline that layer of who you are. Does that make sense? I hope so. Y'all hit the like button. Y'all sitting here listening to me. Does that make sense? I hope so. I don't know. You have to underline who you are by living more in your soul truth instead of your thought truth. Does that make sense? And look what's coming out the Chariot. Man, it looks like he's got like fucking just all kinds of wisdom. He might be Chinese. It's a Chinese man here. Got the moon on the bottom of the deck. He's bringing balance in. Like, he knows his truth, but it's like he's got to unmask his truth. You see that the Ace of Swords is there? It's like he needs to unmask his truth. Your birthday may be in July. There's rubies here. You may need to get some rubies. Ruby helps with your finances. It helps with your health. Helps with different things. So somebody may need to get some ruby. But it's like, with you unleashing your truth, that is going to bring in your Ace of Pentacles. That's going to bring in source. That's going to bring in the knowledge that you need to balance things out around you. Does that make sense? It's like your soul is golden plated. Like, you are a golden plated soul. Which every single one of us is actually a golden plated soul, because each and every single one of us come from the stars. So the stars are what? Yellow, golden colored. I mean, they look white in the sky, but when you get up close, they're yellow. They're like little balls of fire. So each and every single one of us is a golden child. Each and every single one of us is here to help a certain layer of humanity, whether it be light or dark, if that makes sense. You have to find that balance and that equality between light and dark before you can move forward. But you also need to understand that hold on, I'm having a conversation. I'm listening, but I don't want to say that. You can't be light all the time and expect to find darkness. And I mean, you can't be light all the time and expect to have balance. You can't be dark all the time and expect to have a balance. You have to give that equal give and take there to be able to move forward, to be able to journey your truth through your soul and through your, I hear inhabitants. Take that as you will. Take that as you will. Like, there's inhabitants that you need to secure, if that makes sense. Seeing like an iguana tank too. Somebody, I don't know, maybe a reptilian lineage, like very strong reptilian lineage. And I've said this since the day I've awakened. Not all reptilians are bad. And they're not. Not all draconians are bad. Some of them come here for good. Some of them come here to pay off their past life debts to be able to secure their destiny in the final kingdom, if that makes sense. Yeah. Ten of Spirals is here. Somebody's at a huge crossroads right now. They want happiness. Somebody's not happy. I know this reading is bouncy, but oh well, it is 1533 as I say that. Hold on. Oh my god, y'all, everything feels like it's just. Everything feels lighter, like the energy isn't as heavy around me. I've cleared out a lot of that. But it's like, where do I go from here? Do I leave? Do I just take the fuck off? Or do I stay here and allow everything to burden me? Everyone around me to burden me? Because that's what's going to do if I stay here. And I know that. And a lot of you guys may be at that certain place within inside of yourself and be like, if I stay here, it's just going to be a fucking burden. I'm like never going to be happy. Like, I'm always going to have to fight spiritual attacks. I'm always going to have to be on guard. Does that make sense? I'm always going to have to look over my back to make sure nobody's coming after me spiritually, physically, mentally. Does that make sense? So, it's like as we're moving and oh god. I hear you should just go. Who is that? Y'all just gonna sit here watch me not hit the like button or nothing. Y'all see? I'm fat as hell too. I'm gonna go my ass on that. But I don't care no more. Let me be fat. I'm proud of my fatness. What about y'all? Y'all proud of y'all's fatness? I'll be showing my, what's it called? Fupa. Here's my fupa. Alright, anyways. I got my damn coffee after it made me sick. Anything else coming through? The Green Man, time to take action. You know what it is that you need to do. Six of Scrolls is here. To find inner peace, you have to take action, and you know what it is that you need to do. Because you gain the wisdom. You gain the clarity. You got the Lovers here in reverse. With the Wheel and Ace of Spirals. But y'all know I don't be reading reversals. So it's a huge decision being made on your part. And then look, this card. Which door are you going to take? You're going to go to the left or to the right, baby? What's going to help you open your abilities to perform for the Most High God, is what I hear. The Most High God. The Most High Source. Source is a God. It's just a different label. Universe is God. It's just a different label. You know what I'm saying? You all pray to somebody. You all manifest to somebody. I feel like you're going to be getting clarity in your dreams. There may be transformation happening. You may be doing some healing at night while you're dreaming. Hold on, y'all. Somebody's gaining strength here. Somebody has been through. Somebody is realizing the truth. That's what I feel like. Somebody is realizing the truth. Like the tiger's going to protect the lamb here. That's what I feel like. The tiger's going to help because the lamb's the little fish. Okay, so Emmy Evolving, I'll be watching her all the fucking time because she's like my idol. She's not really my idol, but she knows a lot of shit. So I'll be watching Emmy Evolving. So, anyways, she talks about how the little fish always succeeds more because it's not the big dog or something. I don't know how she puts it. Anyways, but it's like the lamb here is the little fish, and the lion is coming in to protect the lamb, to reflect all the other energies back onto who is trying to hurt and trying to sacrifice the lamb, if that makes sense. I feel like people are trying to sacrifice the lamb here, and the lion is coming in to give it strength, give it power, so that way the lamb can nurture the land like it's supposed to. Does that make sense? I hope so. Like, I'm losing my mind over here. Somebody's going to be coming in. Somebody, you may have thought something was a missed opportunity. Somebody may have been holding back. Yeah. But there's a new path that's opening for you. Like, things are being woven together is what I feel like. I feel like things are being woven together for you. To bring in balance, to bring in truth is what I'm hearing. Does that make sense? What's this card? It's like all the pieces that you thought were in the bucket ain't in the bucket, and you got to go back and pick up everything up. You got to go. It's like you thought everything was going to go your way, but in reality, you're having to go back and pick up the puzzle pieces or the pieces and put them back in the bucket. Like everything's getting strung out again. Does that make sense? Look, as I say that, see? Oh, everything's out of the bucket. Nothing is being performed or nothing's being taught the way that it's supposed to be taught. Does that make sense? You got your axe here, you got your sword, you got your little whatever that thing is, slayer. I'm seeing the sun here, so somebody may be a Leo. But everything is swirling around the way that it needs to, but you need to put more work into it. You should have bubbles coming out of the top of this. You don't have bubbles coming out of the top of this. Like it should be ready to eat by now. Does that make sense? You need to put more work into something. Even though the Eight of Stones is the Eight of Pentacles, that is a card of achievement. That is a card of working harder. Somebody needs to work harder here. That's what's going to form your stability. I hear gross income net, $100,000. Take that as you will. Somebody may be making $100,000 this year. Leo North Node. But as you gain these pieces of the puzzle and put them in the bucket and get it going, then that's what's going to receive enlightenment. Does that make sense? I don't know, y'all. I just know there's huge shifts that happen, and it's like, what do I do? Do I stay or do I go now? That's what I feel like. Do I pack up my shit and leave today, or do I wait? Am I waiting on somebody? Look, leave the burdens in the past. Don't wait no more. I guess that's my answer. I guess I just need to drop it all. Go take a shit and say bye. Y'all see my fupa? Alright, well, let me. Somebody's receiving a lot of clarity right now. I feel like that's your energy. I feel like you have to leave the burdens in the past. You have to let it all go. You have to be the one to wonderize your own life. Nobody else can do it for you. Oh, look, a wish is coming in. You got the Two of Mirrors and the Nine of Mirrors coming in. Somebody's coming together. Somebody's receiving a lot of enlightenment and truth. Somebody knows where they're meant to be. That's what I'm hearing. They just fucking taking their precious little fucking time. That's what I feel like. I feel like they're taking their sweet little precious time. If you're not taking action yet, you're going to be taking action by the full moon. That's what I feel like. Like everything is being scattered for a reason right now. Like, but you're growing from the scatteredness is what I hear. You're growing from the scatteredness. You're growing from the... I hear ancient chime bells. Somebody may work with chimes. Somebody may need to invest in some chimes. Gotta check my fluids before I load my car up and leave. Y'all, I'm really gonna load my car up and leave. I don't know. I guess I'll sleep in this motherfucking car till Everything works. I can't stay here no more. Can't. I'm being too spiritually attacked and everything else. Alright. I need to feel safe. I don't even feel safe in my own house, so that's bad. Okay. The minstrel is here. Hey, Christina, aren't you the one that wanted to know about the cards? If you are, email me cause I'm really about to leave. Like, seriously, about to leave. And I need to get as much money up as I can before I do. So I feel like you got to be loyal to yourself, but I also feel like some of you guys got somebody's coming in that is going to be loyal to you. They could be an earth sign. The music could be a part of their path. Music could be their rock, if that makes sense. Nah, babe, I can't sell these cards. I'm gonna keep these cards. These are by Tony Brooks. Like, they was like $30, I think, off Amazon. I just seen the store. And we got the Six of Stones here, so it's finding balance. It's finding balance to take that leap of faith to move forward. I feel like somebody is going to take action. Yeah, somebody's caged up right now. Y'all are feeling this person very, very strongly, is what I'm hearing. You're feeling everything about them, is what I'm hearing. Like, you're feeling you're feeling their emotions. You're feeling what it is that they're doing. You're feeling their emotional. You're feeling everything about this person right now. Like, if you're in a divine counterpart, and y'all know I said twin flames, but then I got to where I was like, fuck twin flames, it's the divine counterpart. Because I feel like you can be your own twin flame. Does that make sense? You have your own masculine and your feminine. And spirituality is really about unifying and having unity within inside of yourself, balancing out the twin within inside of yourself. Does that make sense? Balancing out the twin within inside of yourself. You have the high priestess here. The high priestess. Let me just put my email in here for you. I got to put my email in here. I don't even know if I can. I can't. It won't let me. Hold on. It won't let me. Ooh, I can change what I look like. What's this? I like that one. We're going to leave it on that one. Okay. It won't let me. What the hell? Let me see. Just see how I get this shit off it. I don't know how. Whatever. Can y'all still hear me? Christina, can y'all still hear me? Turn this on. I think my whole shit's froze. I think my whole shit froze. Is my shit froze? I think so.